Peace and blessings to everyone. Hope everyone is well today. Hope everyone is being prosperous and productive this week. I just want to say happy holidays to everyone that's viewing this, to all my subscribers. I want to always take this time to thank you subscribers for subscribing to my channel. The comments, the likes, the shares, all is appreciated. Thank you. Okay, the reason I'm making this video today is to talk about parenting, to talk about, being a parent and that role and all of that stuff. So here's the deal. I remember, now I have 3 children, right? 24, 16, 12. They're older. They're kind of at the stage in their lives, especially the adult and the teenager and everything. They're at the age of their lives where they can kind of, in a sense, think for themselves. And they kind of know the difference between right and wrong. And they know how to communicate. They're not adult. Well, I know 16 and 12 is not adulthood. But it's at a point where if I leave you alone, you'll be able to manage. You know what I'm saying? Without me. You'll be able to figure out certain things without my presence. Okay. It took a long time getting to this point. So from 18 to currently 43, I'm still raising children. Okay. So that's from 97 to 2021. And I've been on both sides of this coin, whereas like I remember my feelings would be so hurt when I didn't get invited to certain things, because some people want to be in the environment where they don't have to. They can have an adult's undivided attention without, children. Children are needy. So I would never, ever look down on a child or be mad at a child or punish a child or ridicule or judge a child because they're being a fucking child. That's what children are supposed to do. So in this thing, it's not about a blame. It's just about talking about circumstances and as what they are. Again, when my children were younger, a lot of times I didn't get invited to certain places, or they'll say no children allowed. And I really do be offended. Like, you don't love my children. But see what, now on the other side of the spectrum, I come to realize this, okay? First and foremost, nobody owes you nothing. Nobody owes your children nothing. You understand? Your children are your responsibility, and you owe it to your children to love them. You owe it to your children to make sure that they are raised up in a way that they don't have to recover from their childhood. So with that being said, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. And now that my children are older and I can just get up and go to the store without a second thought of taking my kids with me, putting them in car seats, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I finally got the freedom where I could just up and go wherever the fuck I want to. Okay, some of my friends or people that I was acquaintances have younger children. They got younger kids. For whatever reason, they got younger kids, right? So they're in a phase and stage where it's pretty much about the children. And your life is basically catered towards, or it basically evolves around the children. That's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. That's healthy, actually. So putting your children as a top priority, that's great too. But as a mother, one thing I do want to say is that that's great that you put your children first. But I've seen so many women, so many mothers lose their identity in parenthood. Like, my godmother, God rest her soul, Ibaye Ialashe Ayina Olomo. God. Anyway, she taught me that a mother is just not, a mother is more than just a mother. A mother was a whole person that had maybe responsibilities before a child was ever born. So we tend to lose ourselves in parenthood. But like, I remember a time that my babies was really young. They were like, maybe, they wasn't even over the age of 5. So they were very young. And I remember, like, this was my life. Everything about, like, child-proof in the home, everything I did was cater around them. To the point that I lost parts of myself. My femininity. In a sexual way. So I would feel this feeling of guilt for wanting to have sex. But I'm a human being, and I desired sex before I had children. And if you really want to, like, really put it out there, we're all products of sex. But that was my mindset back then, like, feeling a little guilt, because it was like I was so in mama mode that I really, in a sense, lost pieces of myself, right? Ain't no right or wrong. It is what it is, right? So I had to really have a talk with myself. Like, I can understand sometimes. Okay, let me just say this. Parents are going to have sex. Adults are going to have sex. So yeah, we tend to, like, be on the quieter side. Things like that. Which, you know, you really don't want your kids hearing you have sex. I get all of that. But, I don't know. I struggle with that. That's what I'm basically saying. Now in this time, you know, I got friends that got young children. And I had this friend I hadn't talked to in a while. And I'm like, hey, you know, we really should plan a vacation. And I mean, I was happy. I was hyped. I wanted to spend time with this person. I wanted to, like, I like actually could visualize us at the beach, getting drunk, dancing, twerking, just having fun and shit, right? And then I'm hit with, okay, well, the first vacation we go on, we're going to take the kids. I want us to all take our kids so it could be one big old family function. And then at least once out of the year, we can go and have that vacation. No. No, if you want a family vacation, go have a family vacation with your family. And I get what you're saying. Like, I get that. I get that whole family dynamic. But for me, and this is just being very honest and transparent, I love your kids. I love my children. But fuck them kids. I said it. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, like, but yeah, I don't want to go on vacation with no kids. I might as well stay the fuck home. If I'm going to be surrounded by children that's like, oh, mama, I need this, I need that. That's not a vacation. Yeah, I mean, kids deserve to have fun and stuff like that, but that was not my idea of how things was going down. I ain't mad at you if you want to do a Disney vacation, but for one, here's the deal. there's a big age gap between my children and their children. So they're not going to share the same experience. They're not going to look at things the same way. My kids ain't really want to go no damn Disney World and shit. The motherfuckers want to go to, like one of them bouncy house, like, what you call that? Like Sky Zone or something like that. That's what they into. Dave and Buster's, stuff like that. They not into Chuck E. Cheese and Disneyland and places like that. So that was the first thing. But the second thing, like I said, I said that shit. It's true. Like, man, for me, and I really want this to be a disclaimer for mothers who find an interest in being my friend. So you need to understand where I'm at in my life. And it is not a means to insult you or to rub in your face or none of that shit. It's just that I'm not where you're at no more. I was there, and if we would have had kids at the same time, I definitely could see us doing play dates and shit like that. But I'm tired. As a mom, I'm fucking tired. And I don't feel bad for admitting that shit. Fucking tired. You understand? Non-stop diaper changing, potty training, helping with school, homework, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. You know what I'm saying? Just all that stuff. Like, I'm just past that. I graduated. That's just like saying, okay, if you want to play with me, like, okay, just imagine I got my fucking PhD, right? And you would say, in order to be friends with me, you got to come back to 5th grade. And I'm going to be looking at you like, really? You really think that's going to happen? No. That's not where my interest is. And I'm okay with that. It's not that it's not that I dislike your children or I'm just past that stage. And I don't feel bad for being past that stage. It's just where I am in life. And you're where you're at in life. And it's not to rub in your face, you know, because most of you know, you're nurturing and raising children. That is a fucking awesome fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And the reward, I feel like the reward is going to be great in the end because you dedicated your life and time to children. But as a real motherfucking mama, I'm here to say this. Not all kids, one size don't fit all. Everybody's scenario is not the same. But I have witnessed with my own eyes and experienced as well and seen it with other people that sometimes children, when you give, you really have to find a balance when it comes to raising kids. Like, just because you didn't get everything you want in childhood, you don't project that shit onto your child, because that's really can be more toxic than anything. So you was a child that was deprived and wasn't given everything, things like that. You had to get it the harder way. It built your fucking character. And it made you a decent person at the end of the day. But when you sit up here and you constantly giving your fucking children everything they fucking want without them earning the shit, you just feel like, oh, because they a little child. No, they're going to grow up and be adults one day. Do you understand? And why you think you doing the right thing by just giving them whatever the fuck they want, you creating a fucking narcissist. Because that's how most narcissists are. They grow up thinking they entitled to shit that they have to fucking earn. Or that just might not be for them. And they don't like to take no for an answer. And a lot of parents, they give in to their children. I ain't mad at you. But realize that's your responsibility. I'm swear to God, in 2022, I love kids. I've worked in pediatrics. I worked in, you know, I've worked in group homes with adolescent teens, all of that stuff. My service, I give my service back to the world and the community. I actually contribute to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Not just in healthcare but talking to them and listening, things like that. So nobody gonna run a guilt trip on me to try to make me feel bad because they're choosing to be a full-time parent and they choose to take their kids with them everywhere they go. There's nothing fucking wrong with that. Case in point, I had a man once, was coming to, he wanted to pick me up and take me out. Just on some chill shit, right? So I told him, I said, okay, no problem. But I need a favor because at the time, I didn't have a car. You know what I'm saying? And it was night and I wasn't about to get on no goddamn bus, none of that shit. So I'm like, homeboy, take me to drop my child off. Because I already had a sitter, right? Had a sitter. Because my common sense, I'm not about to take the child with me when I'm trying to get to know this person. And I don't know what the fuck he is about or whatever the case is. But what I don't... Okay. So, I just got to get this out. What I am not into moving forward 2022, I ain't about to sit here and filter my mouth because you got kids. I understand them your kids, but did I summon your energy? Did I ask you to come over here type shit? So I might come and visit and things like that. Now, I'm in your place, in your property, on your shit, on your terms. Then, of course, you know, hey, this environment is catered towards young children. So we don't use profanity in our household, things like that. Okay, much respect. So let me tell you, yes, I can curb my tongue. And depending on my mood, either I will or I won't. But if I don't feel like I'm going to filter myself, I ain't going to force myself in your space. Bitch, I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? And that's why... That's why I don't have a whole lot of friends, because you ain't gonna filter me. Who the fuck is you? You can't tell me what I can and can't say. That's designed for your children. That's why you their mother, not mine. You feel me? So, moving forward 2022, I'm not putting myself in positions where I gotta censor myself. If I'm going on my motherfucking vacation, first of all, I work hard to get that goddamn vacation. I saved up for a fucking vacation. You think I want to get on vacation when I'm about to try to relax and unwind and I want to hear a whole bunch of whining and crying? I don't. And it would be unfair for me if I had a young underage child to think I'm going to go on some kind of trip. Well, it's a place to unwind and I got my kid. Make it make sense. So, what I'm saying is this. Now that I'm at this stage in life, I need to find people. No, I don't need to find shit. But I'm going to surround myself. If I'm choose to socialize, it's going to be with people that's on my level. So, even though it's not that I'm looking down on nobody, it's just that I'm not there no more. You understand? So, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm not. We all got different parenting styles. Not wrong for having your parenting style. Unless your parenting style creates a situation where a child got to recover from their childhood. That's when it's a problem. But you got your way of doing things. You was raised a certain way and certain things influence your decision making. I get that. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you for, you know, shielding your children. That's why, you know, even to this day, I'm a homebody. I'd rather keep my eye on my children. I know they safe because they're my future. They're my investment. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I was homeless, you know what I'm saying? My children didn't stay with me because I was staying with friends. Certain shit I didn't want my kids exposed to. And they were older. You understand? But I didn't need my kids to hear about some sexcapade that somebody had. Because some people just speak freely because they're in their home. They're in their environment. They're comfortable. They not wrong for expressing themselves the way they do. But it's my job as a parent to say, okay, you know, I put my child or children where there would not be exposure to all types of lifestyles and things like that. That shit is reserved for adults. I'm an adult. I like cursing. I like smoking. I like partying. I don't really care for drinking, but I will have a drink from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Adulthood is hard as fuck. You understand? And it's like, parenting is hard as fuck. And sometimes we just need a mental break from all of that shit. Yeah. So, moving forward, 2022, I love all my friends with young children. I truly do. But I just might not be the one for you to be trying to have a friendship with, because I'm not about to censor myself. I'm grown. You know how hard I fought to get to adulthood, to stay alive every fucking day, keep my heart and all that shit going, to get to a point that I'm an adult. I can finally do the shit I want to do. Now, all of a sudden, well, there's rules everywhere. You're going to have to listen to somebody. Not in my motherfucking world, I don't. You understand? In my world, I design how shit goes. I like to cuss. I like to have fun. I like to smoke. That's what I do. So, you got to decide. Am I the type of friend you need around your children? And if you decline, if you don't want to, I promise you ain't no love lost. Ain't no love lost. But when your kids get older, one day you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because when your children get older and you don't, all right, they know right from wrong. I told them that, I can leave and I'll be okay. They're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? And then you meet a friend and she got younger kids and it's like, whew, that shit already hard as hell. Like, whew, I got through that decade. It's time to celebrate. It's time to fucking party. And then it's like, no, yeah. Okay. I think I said enough. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace and blessings. Bye.